How you guys doing? My second attempt at a video. Some of you may have caught my first one, the brazen video. Today I'm using an inspector camera. In my opinion, one of the best, in fact the best camera on the market. A little pricey, but well worth it. Show you some of the capabilities. This has an actual built-in DVR with voice, obviously, because I'm going to record the entire video with my camera here. It is black and white, it's infrared as well. Does a lot of things that are really cool. Show you what I'm working on today. I've got a Armstrong GUJ. Little focus here. I can zoom in right up on these things. It's an Armstrong GUJ. There's our serial number. We got an 11-year-old unit. I know when this house was built, unit was actually installed 10 years ago. And as many of you actually might know, good old Armstrong used the crimp ring technology. We're going to go in, I'll show you back out here and show you exactly what I did. It's just a little 80% furnace, and basically what I do is see the furnace, disable the blower, pull the door off, obviously. And I just pop the cover off the coil there, prop it up with a couple of got my needle nose over here, a pair of dikes over here, and that's it. That gives me plenty of clearance to get the head of this thing in. It is a little large, goes in through most limit holes sometimes, but this is really, if you can pop the coil up out of the way, it's the best way to do it. That I've found easiest. And you'll have to excuse the noise. Some of that creaking and cracking you're hearing is actually the camera itself. It's got a wand on it. It's about 3 feet long. It's made of metal. It makes a lot of noise when you bend it, so I'll apologize up front for any of that noise that you hear. Microphone on the camera is pretty sensitive as well, so it picks that stuff up pretty good. There you go. There's the sound. I'll go ahead and take a look at a couple of these rings. There's the back side, as I refer to it. There's the front side, the rolled over part. A lot of you guys know from finding these things that a lot of times you'll find that part right there laying on the blower deck. Sometimes it'll be, I found them down in the blower housing themselves, or even sometimes with some of the 90%ers just laying right on top of the secondary heat exchanger. Just take a quick look at a couple of these. Most of these are going to look pretty good, but I'll show you what I found and where to look. When you go in on one of these GUJs, first thing you want to do is locate the very first crimp ring you can find. That is the closest to where the actual burners themselves fire into the heat exchanger. On an 80% furnace, obviously this is down at the bottom. I'm going to go between these two cells here and show you what I'm talking about. There's our limit switch, and get a little focus. Trying to do all this at one time. And those rings right there are the two that I'm talking about that you want to key in on. I'll show you first. There's the front side of one. And from this side, it looks pretty good. Hadn't fallen out yet. Guess we're ahead of the game. Yeah, sorry about that. Now, what we look at is the back side. They haven't fallen out yet. Here's why. They've only cracked halfway around. That's the back side of the same ring on the middle heat exchanger cell. You can see that crack right there. Give this thing probably another season or two, and that ring will be laying on the blower deck itself. Work its way around. That is the best crack of all three, but I'll go ahead and show you. Go down on this side, and we're on the outside now. Head in there, try to be as quiet as I can with the camera. Take a look here at this one. That's another one. Get a little focus, and same deal going on there. You can see a little bit of the crack there. This one isn't quite as defined as that middle one is, but it's there, definitely. I've seen enough of these to know. I've got neighborhoods full of this stuff. Pull this thing out of here, and we'll take a look on the other side. see how close I can get here. A little bit of focus. And again, this one's not quite as defined as the other ones are, but it's definitely there. You can kind of see you're right there. Wish I had a pointer I could show you guys a little closer what I'm talking about, but you can kind of see exactly what happens when those rings fall out. They rust through right there, they crack through, and then the other half of it basically just winds up on the blower deck. And like I said before, they look real good from one side and they're cracked on the other. Back at it here, I'm going to see just how close I can get on that one here in the middle. See if I can get you guys a real good picture of it before I run out of room on my DVR. There's a good shot. I know that's not in the center of your screen, but bear with me on this. The head of these cameras is one of the big complaints. It is a very good image. However, the head on this thing is about the size of a 50-cent piece, and makes it kind of tough, especially when you get down to tight spots like this, to really get it in close. But when you do, with remote focus and everything it's got, it makes it pretty easy. It's pretty easy to get a real good picture. But there you go. There you can see that one. And any of you guys that are looking for this kind of stuff, trying to make sure you know, we don't have any ruptured heat exchangers out there, if you come across an Armstrong GUJ, this is where you look. I'll be back. I got discs full of